I'm going to mute everybody and just leave you on, Rena, okay?
Oh, Haley's on. Is that Lisa?
Hi, yeah, it's me.
Is that Lisa? Hi.
Nathan, say hi.
Oh my God, so cute. So you're just watching, Lisa?
What?
You're just watching?
Yeah, I didn't have time to make the dough, but I figured I
Sounds
could
good.
watch it.
All right, I'll give a tutorial. Okay, so first thing, Challah with kneading the dough. I mean, I've done it once or twice, but I love my bread machine, and it makes it very easy. So that's thing number one. Thing number two is something I learned years ago, which is flour is your best friend. So Natalie's going to dump a lot of flour off the counter, probably like 2 scoops right now.
Yeah. Usually do like 1.5.
Because no matter how sticky your dough is, you can get it to be the right consistency with flour. That's number two. Number three, I don't see, I don't usually refrigerate my dough, but I did here so that I can make some extra. Ready? Okay. Thing number 3 and 4 together is I figured out a way, like a shortcut. So I'm going to show you my shortcut for cutting the strips. So what I do is I take my lump of dough and I kind of roll it in the flour to make it a little less sticky. And I make one gigantic log. Can you guys see this? Is the camera at a good angle? Yeah? Okay. I make one gigantic log out of the dough. And you know that they say to punch down dough. So when it comes straight out of the bread machine, this is also squeezing out the air bubbles. It's kind of that punch down as you're doing it. And then here's my next trick. A couple years ago, I went out and bought a Parv pizza cutter. It's like the greatest thing I bought for my kitchen because it makes separating that dough super easy. So if you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use a knife. But I basically cut this long log of dough in half, and then I cut each half in half. Exactly, but I start by cutting it in half. Now it says in other words in quarters. Doug, if you want to unmute everybody, I think there's few enough people on the call that it won't, like, we won't be talking over each other, and that way people can ask questions as they go if they want.
Okay, everyone's unmuted.
Thank you. Okay, so now, and if you ever want me to slow down at any point, just let me know. Okay, so now I have 4 super long logs. This is actually going to make 3 challah. Not really, today it's not going to make 3 because I'm doing different braids, but my standard 4 braid challah is gonna, this is gonna make 3 of those because once I have my 4 super long logs, I cut them all in 3. So I've got my 3 sets of 4 to work with. Let's move some off to the side. Okay, before we get to that. Okay, so now this is what I have as one of my quote strands logs. A lot of people enjoy the classic way to get your long ropes is to roll. I actually prefer to stretch. So just basically make them into long snakes by stretching them like this. A lot of you purists will say you have to roll them on your counter. I think it's so much easier to make a long rope like that, squeeze it, and do that to each of them. So doesn't everyone get their 4 ready? Natalie's going to help me here, and she's actually going to demonstrate the first braid.
Whatever. Like a little bit in there.
And when you have 4 strands that are roughly the same length, give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're going to turn it this way so that people can see it.
Almost there.
Oh, no problem. We're getting set up so you can actually see. Can you do it this way? Can I do it that way? Yeah. Okay. So I'll watch and see. So who's baking along? Jan is baking along and Kara is baking along. Kara, you ready with your 4 strands?
Got my 4 strands.
Okay, everyone's got their 4 strands? All right, so Natalie's going to demonstrate now. This is our standard 4 strand braid, and it's actually more of a weave. You'll see as we do it, it's super simple. No complicated like over 1, under 2. It's just a really simple weaving pattern. So we start by squeezing them together at the top. So you take your strands, give them a nice squish at the top. You got your 4 strands. Okay, so Natalie, before you start, which side are you going to start with, right or left?
I usually start with right.
Okay, so Natalie starts with the strand on the right. And she is going to bring that strand over, under, over. So wait, do it very slowly. So over the first strand, under the second, and over the third. Got that? Okay, and you continue from the same side and you just keep going until the bottom. So now you have your farthest right strand, over, under, over, pull it to the side. Now the trick is to keep it fairly tight. If you make it too tight, you're gonna end up with one of those like wider on the top and skinnier on the bottom. So you make it fairly tight, but you also try to keep it consistent. So you're always
Rena, are we gonna do something at the end to make it better? Because it's all
Yep.
like,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Okay, so you're over, under, over the whole time until you're done at the end. Okay, now, okay, so Jana, it's actually cheating, but it's an amazing trick. I tuck the whole end under. I do that on the top also.
Okay.
And you kind of, actually, if you see what I'm doing, you kind of squish it together.
Yes.
Like it seems a little counterintuitive. You just made this beautiful braid, but smushing it together actually helps shape it the way you want it. Can you see my shape?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. That's our simple 4 strand. Super easy. Oh, we need parchment paper. Can you do that for me? Okay. So I'm going to move that up to the side here. And I'm going to get started with that. And I'm going to make 2 different 6-strand braids. So we'll see how that goes. You can join me on one, you can join me on both. And they're very different, but both pretty. So we'll see how they come out. So by the way, when I said I was making 4, that was a calculation of how many challahs I think I need between now and Pesach. So if you are following along with me, your freezer will be well stocked and you'll finish just in time. That's my plan. Is anyone else having the problem that I feel compelled to comfort bake since I'm home so much, but I also don't want to stock my freezer? Anyone else having that same problem?
Yes, it's Adina. I definitely know what you mean. I don't want extra cookies right before Pesach.
Nothing. I know.
So I made the mistake of going to Costco the other day and thinking that I needed more flour. And now I've got
Oh, wow, that's a lot of flour.
So I've got to do a lot of baking.
Oh, you
Oh
should
my
get in
goodness.
touch with the Pollocks because they looked for flour and there was none in the store.
Really?
So I need flour.
Oh my
I
gosh.
flowers to someone and they only had 1 container.
What, do they only have 1 container, Louisa?
Flour. I got 1 pound flour for someone.
Okay. I am doing a 6-strand. Is anyone joining me with a 6-strand and have 6 strands ready?
Yes.
Working on the 6 strands.
Working on it. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm just going to try and make sure they're kind of the same length.
There's 6 very long strands.
Yeah, Natalie has asked if I can do 1 to demonstrate, and then she's going to do the rest. So that's fine with me. Okay. Now, I actually just saw somebody online who said that when she sticks her strands together at the top, she sticks a toothpick in them to keep them together. That's not something I've ever tried, but if your strands don't stick together at the top, that's something you can do also.
So I usually like don't stick them too tight at the top, and then I flip my hull over and I do the exact same thing reverse.
Oh, that's a good idea, Kara.
Yeah, so I flip it over and then I do the braid the other way to like, because it's always like,
To finish it out.
yeah.
I've actually also seen people who start in the middle and braid up and then braid down.
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep it a little more consistent. So, okay, are we ready to do a 6?
Yep.
Yep. Johnny, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the key to this one is that you're focusing on the ends. Someone called this an octopus. You're focusing on the ends, and then there's 4 legs coming down. So it's like 2 arms and 4 legs, let's just say. And essentially you're gonna cross over, you're always gonna have 2 out and then 4 down. That's kind of your goal.
Yeah.
So you start with, I'm gonna start on the left for this one. You take the one that's all the way on the left and you just bring it straight across to the end. And then the one on the right, oh, sorry, you put it between 5 and 6. And then the one on the right, no, I was right the first time. Sorry, you bring it all the way across. And then you bring the one that was, the other one that was the end to the other side. So you see how you just basically flip them? Okay, you got that? Is it showing? Okay. And now you take that first strand that you flipped and you see how I've got now 4 down. I bring it to the middle. I bring it to the middle of those 4. So I crisscrossed, and then the first one that I crossed came back to the middle. Good?
Got it.
Okay. So now I'm missing my arm over here. So I'm going to take this little guy that wasn't properly stuck in. I'm going to take this leg down here and replace the arm. So now I've got 2 arms again. So now I come back to the second side and bring that to the middle. So I've got my 4 legs and I brought that to the middle of the 4 legs. Good?
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Okay. So now come back down to my legs, take the furthest right leg, bring it all the way across. So I've got 2 arms again. And then bring that arm back to the middle. Now it's going to take over.
So what do I do? Wait. So
now you need to
pull this
bring over
over.
that side.
Yeah.
Jana, you got that?
I think I got it, yeah.
Sarah, you got it?
Wait, and this.
Yep.
Kind of. I'm trying to figure this one out.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to talk you through it one more time. In
Now
fact,
I'm
we're going to actually unbraid this and we're going to do it again one more time. So now, like once you've tried it, now that we have the hang of it, we're going to start from the beginning and talk you through it. Okay.
Don't worry if you don't get it. I also didn't get it.
And she's a pro. Okay. So we've got 6 strands stuck together at the top. We are calling the top 2 the arms, the outer 2 the arms, and the other one the legs. Arm number 1, cross all the way over, past arm number 2. Arm number 2, cross all the way over, and then arm number 1, bring it to the middle. Now we got to replace arm number 1. So we grab a leg and bring it over to where arm number 1 should be. Now arm number 2 is coming back to the middle. Grab a leg to replace it and create another arm. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bring that arm to the middle, replace it with a leg. Arm to the middle, replace it with a leg. Natalie's taking over.
And then do I just sort of tuck it when I get to the end again?
Exactly, and I'm actually showing you. Who asked that question, Jana?
Yeah.
Just like you tucked in the other one, and just like you sort of squished it together,
Mm-hmm.
that'll help even out the shape and make it really pretty and fluffy. Is if you kind of, once Natalie's done, I'll show you. That. That's for good. Yeah, so I'm going to take these last little ends, tuck under the top, and smush it together again so you can, it's actually a very pretty braid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to transfer those over? Set up?
It's like a double braid if you look at it. It's like a braid and then
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so take that and bring it over. So the thing that I learned over the years is that this like smushing and tucking is improvising, and it actually makes the shape look prettier. Like you can make the shape more regular by doing that tucking and smushing at the end. It eliminates all those issues with having, too skinny on one end or the ropes didn't come out even or anything like that. You can really just fudge it and it comes out looking really pretty if you smush it and tuck correctly. All right. We're going to use those two. I'm going to get.
I am doughless now, so I shall watch.
You're doughless now, so you watch. All right, I'm going to demonstrate one more 6. Shannon, you said you had one thing to do.
I
right?
have like 2 more strands. I can probably do, I can't do a full 6, but I can watch.
Okay, so if you want to hang out with those 2, can you make those 2 into 4 skinny ones? Because then you can do the Rosh Hashanah braid with us. If you
Yeah, 4 skinnies.
So 4 skinny. So I can do that. You tell me, do you want me to do another 6 or should I go straight to the Rosh Hashanah braid?
You can do another 6.
Okay, so let me do another 6. And just cut it.
How much dough do you make at once, Rena?
So I normally make 1 bread machine's worth, which gets me 3 challah. So it's for a non-company Shabbos, it's perfect because we eat 1 on Friday night, and then I have 2 left for Shabbat day.
So you don't use the 6 for a regular Shabbat.
I've actually, I just learned to make a 6 today. I don't know how to, I've never made, that's not true. I've made 6s before, but 4 is my standard.
Got it.
And Natalie, oh, do you want to get one out of the freezer to show them like the size that the 4 comes out? Oh, the freezer. Clear freezer. We used to. Okay, Natalie's going to unwrap one of the ones we made last week just to show you. I let them rise. Like after they're made like this, I cover them with a towel and let them rise for about 1.5 hours. And then this is the size that they come out. Take it out of the so I can see. Oh, yeah. This is the size that they come out. So that's a nice size.
Mm-hmm.
They look so pretty.
Thank you.
I braided them.
Natalie,
Great
can I
job.
order one?
Take all the credit.
I don't take all the credit. Natalie breeds them all the time.
Natalie, I'm placing an order for Shabbos.
Yeah, she's quite good.
I've been actually talking about maybe starting a challah braiding business.
Do you think you should do that for her bat mitzvah?
Good. Oh, you have it?
What, a business? Is that what she said?
Yeah. I think that I see a future. Okay. I got 6 here. So the next 6 I'm going to do, I have to turn myself around. The next 6 I'm going to do is actually kind of similar to the weave in that you always start from the same side. So I'm going to do the same thing where I pinch them together at the top. Okay. I'm not really spending time to make these so pretty because I just want to be able to get them done. And the pattern on this one is over 2, under 1, over 2. You just keep saying that to yourself. So you start from the same side all the time. I'm going to start on the right side. I go over 2, under 1, and then over 2. Okay, and I'm going to do that. I'll have to tuck that. You can tell it's going to be very ugly at the top, but I'm going to have to do that again. So I start from the right, over 2, under 1, over 2. I'm just going to hang out there. Now this one actually, this is kind of where I learned that tuck and smush technique, because this is going to be very loose. I'm going to keep going, starting from the right side, over 2, under 1, over 2, oops. And I'm going to keep that very loose. Go ahead, Natalie. Over 2, under 1, over 2. You like this one? Okay, over 2, under 1, over 2. Do it one more time. Okay, so now we're going to tuck this under. And Kara, that trick that you described, going back to the other end, you can absolutely kind of work backwards if you wanted to get more of a braid in, or you could do what I'm about to do and just tuck that whole thing under. And same thing, when you sort of, I just lifted the whole thing up and tucked the ends under to get the prettier shape. You see that? It just took a little maneuvering and it's going to now rise in this pretty compact braided shape, even though it was kind of wonky and crazy before we did that flip. Yeah. All right. Last one, my favorite, and my family is going to thank all of you that they get this for Shabbos, because usually we only get this during the holidays. So we're going to have one delicious Rosh Hashanah challah to keep us all going through this interesting time we're living through. So there's 2 things that make it the Rosh Hashanah challah. One is obviously the round shape, and I'm going to show you how to make the round shape that we like in our house. But you're gonna do it, don't worry. But the other thing that makes it Rosh Hashanah challah is kind of a streusel-y flavor that we create with honey and cinnamon. So here's our trick, because if you try to like roll your strands in sugar and cinnamon, they'll end up burning and it won't be so even and the flavor won't really be infused throughout the challah. So we actually put the cinnamon and honey inside of the strands and then braid 4 strands that each have honey and cinnamon in them. So I'm going to show you how we do that. And then Natalie and I are going to do it together. There, you've done this. I actually don't need the knife. I use my fingers. So what I do, you use the knife, so you take one, use it. So Natalie cuts a slit in that. I stopped doing that years ago. I just make a ridge with my fingers. So if you can see what I'm doing here, basically in each strand, I flatten out the middle. Natalie made a slit with a knife and then uses her fingers to kind of make it a little deeper.
So your dough is the same. You just add this.
Same dough.
Regular dough. Okay.
Exact same dough. There's just this one extra step. Oh, Natalie's just going to give this back to me. Give me 1 second. Okay, Nat, I'll do one and then you'll do the rest. So then I'm going to take the honey into that little groove I created and put a stream of honey. Okay. Put a stream of honey and then shake some cinnamon on it.
That's a lot of cinnamon.
That came, a lot came out just now. You know what? You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
While Natalie is going to put cinnamon on the rest, I'm going to show you how we close it up. Because again, the more it's outside of the strand, the more it's just going to
Burn.
and not actually flavor the challah. So you got it. So once you have your honey and your cinnamon on each of the strands, you're kind of working from the outside and rolling and pinching. So you roll from the outside and you pinch as best you can. You pinch closed. So you're basically trying to like reach under each strand and pinch up some dough. That's good. Everyone can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you put it down. Okay. It's good. Okay, so you just take, it's a pachka, which is why they only get it a couple times a year, but it's worth it. It's very delicious. Okay, so you squeeze in. Obviously, it's not going to get fully closed, but you can tell from this top one that I did, that even if it's not fully closed, you've mostly gotten that cinnamon and honey inside of the strand. We're going to close up all of our strands.
Is that a timer for 5?
Jana, how are you doing with it?
5, 0.
I'm okay. My strands are pretty small, but I'm
All
working
right,
on
so
it.
you'll have a cute little roll.
Yep,
And it'll be delicious, and everyone in your house is going to fight over it.
they are.
For breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly. The joys of quarantine. How's everyone doing in quarantine?
Only my children are in quarantine. I go to work every day. I'm like the only one who goes to work every day.
How's work?
You're
Is it
lucky.
crazy?
What's that?
Is work crazy?
It is kind of crazy. We're trying to tell people to stay home, but it's like ridiculous.
Right.
But it hasn't been too busy yet. We're waiting.
I long to go to work.
Tina.
I don't get as much done at home.
I think that my
Wait, was that Adina or Kara who said they longed to go to work?
That's Kara.
No, I just keep saying there's a reason I didn't homeschool my kids, and it's not working out well.
I just want to give a shout out to Lisa who's watching. We live across the street from each other, and our kids had a costume contest yesterday, each from their quarantine lawns. It was the most fun we've had in 2 weeks. It was amazing. Thank you, Lisa.
I had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Oh, Natalie, you were amazing at it. I wish we could have had pictures of it.
It was really special. The rock star was my favorite costume.
When it came out in the beach one, I was really hoping no one would walk by our houses while we were doing this.
Okay, Jana, you ready to braid with me? I think Jana disappeared.
Jenna's gone.
Oh no.
What happened to Jenna?
You want one? What did you do?
Who knows?
I think so.
Text her and see. In the meantime, since we're being alone here, I am going to set up my braid, which I do by creating a tic-tac, this fine.
Yeah, this one I want to see. I can never get this right.
This part?
Yeah, I've seen people do this and I can never get it right. So that's
Okay,
why.
so you see how I created a tic-tac-toe board?
Yeah.
Sort of. And
Squeeze
it's woven. Like
Yep.
the key is you always have to make sure that if the strand went over the previous strand, it's now going to go under the next strand. That's the key to this whole braid. So
I'm watching.
It's like a chair trick where there are 4 chairs and people sit on them and lean back.
Oh, yes, it's like the chair trick when there's 4 chairs and you sit on them and lean back. That's what Natalie says, and I trust her because she goes to camp. Okay, so, is she back? Awesome.
She's back.
Jana, we crisscrossed our 4 strands into like a tic-tac-toe board that's tight in the middle. Can you see that?
Okay, I'm here. I got lost for a second. I'm back.
Okay. We know you got lost. So can you see how I crisscrossed my strands?
Yeah, I'm gonna crisscross.
Okay. So they're woven.
You sort of wove them in?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
You like wove them into each other?
I wove them into each other, exactly. So there's like one weave. So basically there's one crossing in the middle and there's an over under when they come together.
Should my little line of closure be on top or bottom, or it doesn't matter?
Well, I keep it on the top for a couple of reasons, which you'll see, because this whole braid, I make the braid and then I flip the challah over, so that's one reason. Also, it's just going to be easier to work with. If you try to flip it over, your counters will get all sticky and you'll be
Got it. Okay, good.
Okay, so you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, so the key is, Natalie, I'm going to let you do in a minute. The key is, as I just said before you hopped on, if a strand went over the strand before it, its most recent cross, if it went over, it needs to go under. So it can never do the same thing twice. So you start by taking the 2 parallel ones, and you're going to do this 4 times. You crisscross them, and if you look carefully, I'm going to move my arm. If you look, you can see this strand went over the one that it's most recently crossed. So it's going to go under the next time. This one went under more recently, so it's going to go over. Does that make sense? That's how you know whether you're going over or under. Does that make sense, Jana?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to crisscross my top 2 strands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to crisscross my bottom 2 strands. I'm going to crisscross my right and crisscross my left.
Yeah, and then this is where
So Kara, you're with me, right? This is where you said you lose it?
Yeah, but now I see. So now you
But
have
now they're in pairs
4 new. Yeah.
So, and if you're paying attention to the fact that this one went over, it now has to go under. So now when you crisscross, you kind of know what to do with those 2. These 2. These 2. And these 2. How you doing, Jana?
No, not very well. I think I messed it up.
Okay, you want to point it to your countdown? I can try to advise.
So I crisscrossed, and now I don't know that I'm crisscrossing correctly for the next.
Hey, it's not how I did it when I was making.
Hey, Benny, can you turn the thing over so we can see?
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see my crisscrosses.
I can see them, yeah.
Does that look right?
Yeah, I think so. From what I can see, it does.
Okay, so then what's the next step?
So
That was my first step.
Every time you crisscross, you're putting 2 more next to each other.
Am I crisscrossing the original 2, or am I crisscrossing the
No,
one?
that's a great question. You're crisscrossing different ones. So
Okay. Okay.
It's like 1 strand from each pair turns into
another pair. Now,
instead of-
another way to look at this is you're basically making a round weave. So if you think of it that way.
Okay, I think I got that. I think I messed up one of them, but now I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, Natalie wants to take over. So just do it slowly, Natalie.
Where's the
So you're just going to crisscross those top 2, and they're sort of in
I don't know right now. In the thing with the KitchenAid.
And then crisscross those 2. And these 2. Okay, so when she just did a set of 4, she's now created new pairs. That's a pair now. That's a pair. That's a pair. And that's a pair. So we're going to just keep going until we've used up all of our dough. Right? We made it. Oh, only got 2 more in there. Crisscross those 2. So you gotta do those 2. Those 2. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It turned into a circle.
It's so cool, but check it out. It's even cooler. Because when you have just a little bit left on the end, you're going to take all 8 ends and gather them into the middle, like this.
I tucked them under. Okay.
Gather them into the middle, and I'm going to take my whole challah and flip it over.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
that looks
Thank you,
nice.
Dad. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, look
Now,
at
and
that.
same thing, same
Oh,
idea, that you kind of have the liberty now to make it the shape, to even it out, to make it a little less lopsided. And you've got all of your streusel, like your honey and cinnamon, is now in the middle of the challah. It's throughout the middle of the challah. You've got it looking nice and pretty on the outside. It's not going to burn because you don't have honey on top. And that's it.
So pretty.
Yay.
That's it.
How long do you bake them for?
Bravo.
The baking depends more on the recipe than it does on the braiding. The baking depends more on the recipe than on the braiding, I think.
Oh, okay.
I make my challah at 350 for 20 minutes, and then I check it, and it sometimes needs 5 more and sometimes not. I always think it's better to underdo challah than overdo challah.
100%.
It's so much better when you underdo it.
My favorite challah is a challah that you have shown the oven.
Yeah, you have shown the oven? Oh, no. I know. It's so good when it's doughy. And you want to get like just the right color on the outside. Different people have different egg washes. I just do a simple beat an egg and brush it on. Other techniques I've heard of is, I know some people brush it mid-baking because as it bakes and it rises a little bit, the cracks start to glaze. So I know some people who go in halfway through the baking and glaze it again. I don't do that because I actually am superstitious and I don't like to open the oven in the middle of baking. But some people do just an egg white, some people sprinkle. I'm a purist. I brush it with egg, put it in the oven, and wait until it's a nice golden brown.
How do you know when it's done?
So you judge by the color. That's like the #1. Like it has to be just brown enough. If it's too light, it's not going to be done, and if it's too dark, it's overdone. The real trick is you flip it over. Obviously, you need to use like a silicone glove for this, but you flip it over and you tap on the bottom, and if it sounds hollow, it's done. You do that trick. You were that kid in the class who was just trying to get me to answer the question. You knew the answer.
What would you have done if she said something different? You would have been like,
I would have been like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So that's how you do that. There was one of those things that I was, freezing. I believe that if you freeze, and some people are going to be anti this, I'm sorry, if you freeze in plastic, pretty soon after it comes out of the oven, it tastes fresh when you heat it, when you take it out and heat it up. I think it freezes better, like again, fresh in plastic, better than in foil. I don't think it tastes as fresh when you freeze it in foil. I sometimes do freeze it in foil, but I always think I often freeze in foil because I don't often have big enough Ziploc bags. But the best freezing, like when I do it in the Rosh Hashanah season, and I do it right, I buy those big 2-gallon plastic bags, and as soon as they come out of the oven, I stick them in the plastic bag and freeze them, and they come out delicious.
are you freezing yours pre-rise, second rise, Jana? Is that what you're doing?
So yeah, so what I usually do is I will freeze them right after I do the dough, and then I will defrost, let's say like Friday morning, let it rise during the day, and then I'll stick it in the oven when I get home.
Mark?
If you take it out on Friday morning, it's long enough for it to defrost and rise?
Yeah, usually. And sometimes what I do when I'm making fresh is I'll make it Thursday night, the dough, and then I'll just stick the dough in the fridge and let it do like a sort of pseudo rise in the fridge overnight. And then if somebody's home at some point during the day on Friday, I'll tell them just pull it out a few hours earlier and let it just slowly, come to room temperature. So it doesn't have to be a defrost, but it can slowly rise.
I sometimes let it rise overnight and bake it.
What's that?
I let it rise Friday night. I make it Thursday evening, and let it rise overnight, and then bake it Friday morning.
Right. I mean, I let it rise in the fridge usually, so it doesn't really rise so much, and then I'll pull it out.
Yeah, because one time we had one rise way too much.
Yeah, that's not good. You don't want to rise too much.
Yeah, that does not taste good.
It
I
does
have
not
to have
taste
somebody
good.
there.
You think you have like this awesome, humongous challah, and it's just not good.
Over,
Yeah, I know, you have to be careful.
definitely.
Okay, Rena, I gotta go, but thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Rena.
Thank you, Rena.
Keep your baking and cover them with towels now and let them
We'll,
rest.
we'll send you pictures of our finished challahs.
I hope you will post them on the NJWP Facebook page.
Natalie, let us know when you open your business.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, what was that?